morning. And good morning. This is Kamara, all the way from the US. I am so excited to be sharing with you all on today. So excited to be moderating the Benny Expression Show. I'm just so thankful for this opportunity, and I'm also thankful for you that are watching today. You are in for quite a treat. You are in for quite a treat. Again, I just want to welcome all of you all over the globe. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night to you, wherever you are in the world, wherever you're watching from on today. We have an awesome lineup for you on today. And again, I'm so privileged to be sharing with you, sharing these new awesome speakers introducing them to the show on today. So what I'd like to do is just begin by talking about the show just a little bit. Let's see. All right. So if you're like me, you're privileged and just honored to be a part of the U Conference 2022. And today's topic for this month is gratitude. Gratitude. And so, again, we've got some awesome speakers lined up for you on today for the U Conference, where we talk about all things you to empower you, to get you excited for what you got coming for the new year. And I'm just so thankful that Miss Benita decided to put on such an awesome conference to get all of us geared up for what we've got coming in our lives. So, again, this is the U Conference 2022 November edition. And we are going to go ahead and introduce our topic for today. Again, it is gratitude. And gratitude is simply the quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation for, and to return kindness. So that is what we're talking about today. Gratitude. So I know we've had an awesome year. Some of us has had some ups and downs, but yet still we should always find something to be grateful for. So, the Benny Expression Show. Let's talk about the Benny Expression Show. This exciting show of positivity and self thought, just positive self thought. The Benny Expression Show is focused on educating, inspiring, and motivating everyone interested in building a positive mindset, creating an unbeatable self image and thought pattern that makes self a priority. It is also set up to serve as a platform for everyone willing to share their message or looking for a place to start. So that is the Benny Expression Show. We're going to introduce our host later on in the show for you today. She's an awesome speaker, and you are also in for a treat once you get to meet her and or see her again, because I'm sure some of you are not watching for the first time. So that is the Benny Expression Show. All right. So I'd like to just give you introduce myself to those of you who are watching today. If you have not met me, I am Kamara Jafar. I am an empowerment coach, a women's empowerment coach to be exact. And again, I'm just so privileged to be sharing with you all on today, introducing our speakers. I'm founder of Cute Classy Christian Women Empowerment Group and Tea Talk with Kamara Jafar. I am, again, an empowerment speaker, teacher, and I educate and equip women to execute the purposes of God in their lives. I also teach vocal performance, piano performance, music theory, and worship leadership at Kamara School of Music. I am a mother to my eldest son, Norris Mosley II, and Camden Mosley. I am happily married to my husband, Norris Mosley I, for over 6 years now. My greatest joy is being a wife and a mom, and above all, a servant of Jesus Christ. You can follow me on all major platforms. So I hope you guys are excited, because I know that I am. Go ahead and get your notebooks out. Go ahead and get your pencils, pens, share and like this video. Feel free to light up that chat in the comments. We are just ready to have an awesome discussion. If you have any questions as our speakers are sharing, go ahead and drop it in the comments. We want to connect. We want to interact with you on today. And let's not be selfish. Share this with someone that you feel could benefit from learning strategies and tips on how to be express more gratitude throughout the year. So if you are ready, I am ready. Are y'all ready backstage back there? We are all ready. Again, our topic today is gratitude. And again, gratitude is just having the quality of being just grateful, thankful. There is a lot going on right now. And over here in the States, we're about to celebrate Christmas, and we celebrated Thanksgiving. And a lot of times during the holidays, we can be tempted to get a little down and out. We've had loved ones, lost loved ones, and we can be tempted to fall into depression. And so I just want to encourage someone that's watching today that if you choose today to have a heart of gratitude, there's a saying that we say that your attitude can change your latitude. So if you're feeling down, I encourage you to listen to the strategies, listen to the tools that our speakers are going to share on today. Let those tools and strategies change your attitude. Begin to adopt an attitude of gratitude and condition your mind and go through this holiday season, go through the end of this year with a new attitude, a mindset fortified that I'm going to walk in gratitude. So you're in again for a very special treat. I am going to go ahead and introduce our first guest. I hope you all are excited. I am very excited to be introducing our first guest on today. Let's see. All right, all right. Thank you. Our first guest on today is Nora. And Nora is speaking with us all the way from, I believe, Malaysia. It is so awesome to be sharing with so many different people all across the country. We were introducing ourselves before we started the live today, and we are all in very different parts of the globe. It is a different time everywhere. um, with all of us on live today. So again, our first speaker is Nora. So go ahead and drop something in the comments if you're watching. Let's celebrate Nora. Let's celebrate this gift that is about to share with us on today. Uh, and I'm going to share a little bit about Nora. Nora is a personal brand strategist focusing on women in business. She sees the individual uniqueness of her clients in transition and helps them embrace their next step and realize that being who they are actually let them achieve what they want to be. Her magic formula in personal branding is a combination of good etiquette, resourcefulness, and being truly authentic. She is the founder of Johor Lady Loft, an international female led business networking platform based in Malaysia. Extensive working exposure to different cultures in Europe contributed to her niche approach in building the community and businesses. So if you all will help me welcome Nora to the screen, let's celebrate her. We celebrate you this morning. Nora.
Hello, hi, good evening. Good evening over this side, and good morning to you. And yeah, I'm truly happy, and thank you for inviting me over to this platform. So, um, do I only see myself here, and so I'm here to share a little bit of being grateful. um, shall I start now or yes?
Yes, you have the
Okay.
floor. Would you like to share a little bit more about yourself?
Yeah.
I could have mispronounced a few things. If you don't mind, would
Mm-hmm.
you like
All
to share
right.
a
Yeah.
little bit more and kind of elaborate about what you do?
Sure. Yes, you got my name right, Nora. I'm Nora. I'm also known as Lady Nora. And yeah, I'm based in Malaysia, and I'm personal brand strategies. I help entrepreneurs, professionals to build their branding awareness into the platform to offline and online. And I'm also a founder for a female-led business networking in Malaysia, but we also have a few members outside of Malaysia, and we are happy to connect with everybody around the globe. And I'm so happy that we get connected over here. Yes, that's all about myself, and I'm in Malaysia currently, so it's about 10 to 10 p.m. at the moment. Thank you.
Awesome. So, Nora, tell us, what are some things that you're grateful for?
Okay. I think there's a lot of things that sometimes we took for granted. But I must say that for myself, I extremely grateful for the people that I met in my life, everyone, as these people give me the experience, whether it's maybe an unpleasant experience or happy moments. It is still a lesson that it helps to mold me for being me and who I am today. So I'm very grateful for everyone that I ever met along the journey of my life. Yes.
Awesome. I totally agree. I think that the people we come in contact with, even life experiences, help mold us and make us who we are, you know. So we have to have a level of just thankfulness and gratitude for the people that we connect with, even those enemies in our lives
Mm.
sometimes that rub us wrong. They make us stronger. So in all
Yes.
things, give thanks, right? Give thanks.
True.
Absolutely. So, Nora, please share with us, something that happened this year that was maybe a breakthrough moment for you, or a situation that you encountered that you're grateful for, that was kind of one of those things that made you, that helped make you stronger this year.
I must say that it's actually a continuous that comes from the end of 2021 that it goes through 2022, the first quarter. I was reluctant to see whether I should go with this platform to launch the membership, and because I don't have this belief in myself. I have, but I was unsure. And then it comes one moment, just I just make a decision and I just go for it. It starts off well in January because I have prepared the year before for the launching of the membership. Um, it was good, but it became so overwhelming. So many things happened at the same time, which I was not prepared mentally. And I must say that I had burnout during the second quarter, and I don't know whether I'm doing it right. So I totally make a decision to just detach myself from social media, from all this everyone around me, because I need to get this thing to readjust, realign back. And I really, really glad that I did that, because I spent about almost 2 months just getting to know myself, whether this is the mission, the goals that I'm going in on the right path. Because everything comes overwhelming,
Mhm.
and I don't know how to handle it. So then I re-strategize, and I see the priority. I prioritize myself first, and the second one, I see the what are my passions. So by getting back, I felt much more stronger, and much more refreshed and much more clear. So it was a tough period of time, but I'm glad that I did it. And I feel like it's a breakthrough for me, because I never want to stop thinking for myself. I always think about other people, about what I can do more for people, and I neglecting a little bit of myself. Yes.
I think that's wonderful that you made that kind of self discovery. I think it's so important take that time away to focus on self, to like you said, prioritize self so that we can really see our vision. It sounds like to me some you got some clarity when you were able to kind of pull back, and we can really start to see in our lives as well just things that we should be grateful for as well. So thank you so much for sharing that breakthrough moment. You sound like you're just a powerhouse over there, breaking through some things, some struggles, even some mental blocks, right, about what you
Yes.
to do. So that's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. So hey, you can have the floor. What is in your heart today on gratitude? Just share with us your thoughts and your
um about gratitude, right? I feel that like I feel like every day is a new thing coming in. It's whether it's something that might disappoint us, something that maybe that doesn't go our way, or something that is really really good for us. So I like to everyone, like for myself, I keep reminding myself that I have to accept that people, accept people as who they are, and accept myself as what I am, who I am. And we know we are good, everybody are good in their own way, and I we try to stay in our lane, and not to compare with people. So in when we don't compare with people, other people, you will get this your gratitude feeling is even coming more, it will flourish. And I just feel that we should always be thankful for whatever that happens in our life, and keep moving, and always think in a positive way. I know it's not easy to be positive all the time, but at least be neutral, like less judgment, and just keep keep a good smile, and because it's contagious, when you smile, other people will feel good about it too. So that's that's what I feel about life and gratitude, being gratitude. Yeah.
Absolutely. Finding something to smile about, finding something to be grateful for. And I think it's so important to kind of just always have something in your pocket, right? Something that whenever you find yourself getting discouraged, whenever you find yourself getting a little low in your spirit, that you can grab hold to something that you're always thankful for. Um,
Yes.
what mine is my son. I had a son who he was born premature.
Hmm.
And so I always think about just the fact that he's here, something to hold on to when those moments get a little bit tough, when life gets a little bit rough, that I can
Hmm.
always pull out of my pocket and say, well, if I don't have anything else, because we know sometimes life can get you in that dark space sometimes. If I don't
True.
have anything else to be grateful for, I know I can be thankful for this. And so absolutely, always finding something to smile about. I love that. All right, Nora. So, are there any affirmations or any things that you would tell yourself to kind of help you get through before your breakthrough, or before those moments where you found those wins where it was easy to be grateful, right? Some affirmations or just things that you would tell yourself to kind of encourage you to keep you in a spirit of gratitude.
Yeah. I would keep telling myself that I'm growing through experiences, and I slay in my own lane, and I accept people whoever they are, and I accept myself first and foremost. Be it good or bad, it is me, and I believe that everybody will have their own peaks moment and down moment, and just keep being grateful, gratitude, you will get
Absolutely.
abundance. Yes, definitely.
Absolutely. I love that. I slay in my own lane. Like something that should be on a t-shirt.
Yes, lay in my own lane. Yes,
Absolutely. I always say that I am most powerful when I am just being me, right? It
yes,
sounds like that authenticity that we mentioned in your bio when we talked about introducing you, being authentic, right? I slay when I'm in my own lane. Like you said, not comparing myself, which I think goes back to what you were saying, how you just kind of have to pull back from social media and focus on you,
Mm-hmm.
and really focus on what you had to do to get some clarity about the steps that you were taking. So yes, you
Yeah.
absolutely. And if you're watching, you slay in your own lane.
Yes.
Great affirmation to like put on your mirror, put on the top of your calendar, on your refrigerator to remind us to be
Might do a t-shirt slay in
yeah,
my own lane.
absolutely. You should
Yeah.
market that and
Yeah. Yeah.
so y'all don't
Alright.
take it. That's Nora's, okay?
Okay.
So great job, Nora. Is there anything
Thank
else
you.
you would like to add today, before we move to our next guest?
I just would like to say thank you to both of you here, and I really looking forward for more connections with some of my members who are supporting here. And yeah, I wish you well with all this program that you're doing. It's a great initiative, and I love it. Yeah.
Absolutely. I love the Benny Expression show.
Yes.
And
Right.
this youth conference has been very empowering for myself. I love listening to the speakers. Every speaker has something to add to each live, and it's such a powerful thing to be able to speak to lives across the country, right? Especially
Yeah.
across the country,
Yeah.
to impact lives and empower others. So I'm definitely going to be using that affirmation. I slay in my own lane. So
Yeah.
Sure.
for sharing that and sharing the importance of pulling back and focusing on yourself, especially towards the end of the year. We've got to start thinking about what moves we're going to make, what I need to take into the new year, what I don't need to take into the new year. And it's just so important to have that attitude of gratitude and just kind of pull back and kind of focus on what can I take away from this year, what can I be grateful for, and refocus, just as you mentioned that you've had to do this year. So thanks again. Those of you who are watching, feel free to drop any questions in the comments. Nora, I'm sure will be glad to answer them. Feel free to follow her on any social media platforms where she is available. And again, if you're watching, please like, share, comment, share this video with someone else. Introduce them to the Benny Expression Show. If they're in need of some positive self-thought, if you are, stay locked to the page. And there's always some good things. Again, we've got another one more show, one more live for the U conference. You are right in the middle of it, and there's a lot of good things going on. So right now, I'm going to introduce the host to the show. She is just an amazing, amazing host. I've connected with her. I want to say it's probably been about a year, and she has just been lighting up social media and several platforms with positive self thought, positive self thinking. She is a voice on a mission. And she is just really making some grounds with helping us stay focused on some positive things to get us going. And so I would like to share with you and introduce to you none other than Benita. Let's see, Benita. She is again
Ah.
let's see, a positive self thought coach. And I'm just so excited to be introducing her on today. She is the host of the Benny Expression Show and founder of the U Conference. Beneath is a positive self thought influencer. She is known as a voice on a mission. I love that because of her desire to point others inward. She is the founder and CEO of the Benny Expression, host of the TBX Show, the Voice on a Mission podcast, and lead coach at the Benny Speak Lead Academy. She is passionate about helping people discover their uniqueness, build a thought pattern that makes them a priority, speak and lead with confidence so that they can live life on their terms. I am so excited about what she's going to share with us on today. You can hire or recommend her services, public speaking training, leadership skill master classes, event speaker, and so on and so forth. She is just loaded with good gifts and talents and services that she is just so humble and willing to share with the world. Please follow her on all her social media platforms. And again, I am so excited to bring to the screen Benita. Help me welcome Benita this morning. Hey, Benita. Uh-oh, we can't hear you. Let's see. There we go.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, from whichever parts of the world you're joining me from. So, super excited that we're having this conference today, and I want to say yes, thank you so much for joining me, wherever you are. Thank you to moderator Kamara. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. Thank you. You're doing an amazing job. Thank you so much. And also, thank you, Nora. Other of our speakers, thank you so much for making sure you always show up for the Benny Expression Show. We have so much to share with the world. And that's why before the end of the year, we usually bring this U conference so we can share with everyone the strategies that we used over the year, over the months to achieve our success and get great things from life and still remain the best in whatever we do. So I'm super excited today to say thank you everyone for joining. Wherever you're watching us from, make sure to share the broadcast and trust me, you're going to still learn more. But then we're talking about gratitude, yes? Gratitude. And before I get to that point, I really want to say thank you, Nora, for that affirmation. I think, like Kamara said, I'm going to use it as well. I'm going to use it as well because I love it. I slay in my lane. So I'm not entering other people's lane. I'm not trying to stalk them. I'm not trying to push them out of their lane or make them feel negative about themselves or make them feel they're not worthy. No, whatever I do, I'm doing it in my lane. I'm my boss. I'm my queen. I'm the star. So I'm shining my light wherever I find myself. So I'm not stalking anybody. So I'm going to use that next year as well as part of my affirmation. So thank you so much, Nora. Thank you so much. I'm grateful. Thank you.
You're
Also,
welcome.
thank you so much. Also, I want to also share one or two things with you while we wait for other speakers about gratitude. Yes, there are benefits of gratitude. There's so many benefits of gratitude that we can share with others and learn as well from others. So I don't know what you are grateful for over the year or the months or the years that have passed, but for me, I'm most grateful for life. And to me, gratitude is the key that opens doors. Yes, no matter how locked the door was. When you learn to be grateful for the little you have, when you learn to be grateful for whatever is happening around you, God is always going to show you the way to step out and become whatever He has created you to be. So don't you ever be afraid in any situation to say, "Thank you, Lord, you're helping me. Thank you, Lord, you're sending men my way. Thank you, Lord. I know it's not the end of my life. Thank you, Lord. I know that there are better ways, that better days in front of me. Thank you, Lord, because I know that the best of me is still here. It's still here. So I'm not giving up in life. So to me, gratitude is the key that opens doors. Whatever door it was, gratitude can open that door. Now I know that one of the benefits of gratitude is that it helps you stay happy. It helps you stay happy. So, when you learn to be grateful in whatever situation you find yourself, you naturally open yourself to that happiness that is out there. Situations of life is never going to change. Some things are never going to remain the same. Things are never going to remain the same. But when you learn to be grateful in whatever situation you find yourself, the same. Things are going to change left, right, center. Weak, make us feel not good enough, make us feel not not strong enough, make us feel not capable enough to attend to life success or life greatness. But when you say, Lord, I'm grateful that this situation is helping me become stronger, naturally you find that happiness. Naturally you find that joy. Naturally, you gain back your essence. Naturally, you gain back your courage. You gain back that courage to step out of your comfort zone or step out and still take the necessary risks for your growth. Like this year, my quote for this year was, I am possible. I am possible. Yes, that's my quote for this year. That's my affirmation for this year. And yes, it's been a rough and tough journey, but God has been faithful and has been helping me become possible in many ways that I can think of. So wherever you find yourself, in whatever situation you find yourself, remember that in this season is not the time to scream at yourself. It's not a time to bully yourself. It's not a time to shut yourself up for not doing your best. It's not a time to tell yourself, why didn't I achieve all this? Everything I wrote down, my to-do list is still there. I've not done anything. No, it's not the time. This time is time to say, oh, baby, you did your best. Yeah, you didn't get all the things right, but excuse me, you did your best. And it's time to tell yourself, hey, I know I can do better. No matter what they say, I am the best version of myself. So the little I did, I'm happy that, yes, I did it. I'm happy that I did it. So stop beating yourself up, stop stalking yourself, stop feeling guilty that you didn't achieve some other things in your life. Just say, baby, you made it. Baby, you got it. Yeah, you didn't do all the things right, but yes, you did the little you can. You did the littles you could do. So appreciate yourself. Be grateful to God for helping you through the months. Be grateful to those who helped you. Some people were not so special to you, that they were there to help you learn endurance, help you to learn patience, help you to learn courage, help you to step out of your comfort zone on your own. So stop saying, okay, they didn't help me. They turned down my offer, or they didn't take me up on whatever I applied for. No, they were just there to tell you, hey, baby, you could do better. Hey, baby, you've got this. Hey, baby, this is good enough. Because if they kept telling you or they kept doing it for you, you wouldn't know how strong you were. You will know how courageous you were. You will know how powerful you are. You will know that. But when they turn you down and you tell yourself, oh, baby, okay, I'm stepping out, that's when you realize. So you see, you just need to stay courageous. You just need to bring that energy around yourself wherever you find yourself. Don't let them suck you down or make you feel guilty that you couldn't achieve anything. You achieved a lot. You were alive. You were stronger. You were better. I'm sure you learned something. Like Nora, you were in your lane and you were ruling as the boss that you are. So be grateful for life. Be grateful for the situations that you found yourself. Be grateful for people that turned you down and people that supported you, because in every situation, there is always something to be thankful about. Remember that when you are grateful, you become stronger, you become happier, and your mental health is balanced. But when you are not grateful, you always complain. You have issues fighting you. You feel guilty all the time. You have people thinking they wronged you in other ways. They stalked you. They stopped you. They didn't help you. So no, go ahead and be grateful. Remember, you are stronger when you're grateful. Remember, they can't hurt you when you're grateful. Remember, you can do it with God on your side when you're grateful. Remember that gratitude is a key that you can use to open all the doors, no matter how or whatever key was used to lock it. So go out there, step out of your comfort zone, step out there in 2023 and take your place. Remember that gratitude is a key that can open door. For me, I am possible. I don't know about you, but I know that you too are possible. So as you step out, go ahead to encourage yourself to stay possible. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Welcome, welcome, Kimberly. Thank you so much, everyone. Once again, thank you. Kamara, over to you.
Thank you so much, Benita, for sharing those powerful words and that powerful affirmation. I am possible. Somebody write that in the comments. I am possible. I want to encourage you today that you are possible, right? Whatever you think of, whatever you can imagine, it can be done. What's in your heart to do, you are possible. Those goals that you're setting, that you have set, come on, those goals that we set and that we have yet to accomplish, don't be discouraged. It can still happen for you. I am possible. I love that. So again, I'm just so thankful for those of you watching. If you're just now tuning in, or if you've been watching and you been reluctant to push that share button, go ahead and share, like, feel free to comment. If you have any questions for Benita, she's still here. She'll be glad to answer for you. Any questions for our speakers are welcome. We want to interact with you. Drop what are you grateful for in the comments on today. Again, from both our speakers, we've seen how important it is to have an attitude of gratitude. So if you're watching and you are struggling to find something to be grateful for as you're watching today, go ahead and write these notes down, write these affirmations down, and I'm sure something will come up throughout the rest of the year for you to meditate on, to have an attitude of gratitude. So up next, I am excited to introduce our next speaker. She goes by the name of Kimberly Duwop. I love it. I love it. She is a spoken word artist, and I'm going to go ahead and bring her to the screen. You all go ahead and help me welcome Kimberly Duwop in the comments. We celebrate you today. I'm going to share a few things about Miss Duwop in just a second. How are you this morning?
I'm
Or
doing wonderful.
afternoon or evening?
Yeah, it's
Or
morning. It's morning for me, so I'm feeling good and very thankful, and I have a lot of gratitude and a lot to share. So I'm happy to be here.
awesome, awesome. And we are so thankful that you are here
Uh,
with us on today. So thankful that you've taken out time to share with us on today. So I'm going to share a little bit about Miss Duwop on today. She is so beautiful, and I just love that picture that you've given us to share with us on today.
Thank
You are
you.
so it
Yeah.
looks like you playing in your own lane in that picture. So Miss Kimberly is an
Yeah.
award-winning author and poet. She's a singer-songwriter. I love it. Duop is an artist, an entrepreneur who has been writing creatively, performing and producing artist showcase events for 20 years. So she is not a rookie at this. She is experienced. I love it. She co-owns a creative consulting company, Bold Creative Solutions, and she's the executive producer, organizer, and host of Duop's Cincinnati Poetry Slam and Duop's Poetry Open Mic Night. After 20 years in the industry, Duop continues to bring her creative energy to the world with humility and gratitude for the opportunity she's been given as a creator and promoter of the art form. She so dearly loves spoken word poetry. Again, let's welcome Kimberly Duop to the
Thank you. Thank you.
screen.
Thank you.
So would you like to share anything else about yourself? Did we miss anything? Did I mispronounce anything?
Oh no, I think you hit it all the nail on the head, and just concerning me and who I am, as far as my gifts and my creative abilities and the entrepreneurship and things like that. I'm also a mother, a wife, and I have a life that really consists of some very beautiful people in it, which is really why I am most grateful and what I have the most gratitude for, truly. But those are like the key points concerning who Doo-Wop is. So thank you for sharing that.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing your gift with us on this morning of your public speaking. You are just, looks like you're a woman who wears many, many hats and just so
Yes.
many gifts. I think that's something that I've noticed about all of our speakers today. And so I'm just excited about what you have to share with us. I too am a spoken word artist. So I really am very, very excited. I'm biased just a little bit. So So please share with us some things that you're just grateful for.
Absolutely, absolutely. And if you don't mind, I'll start it off by reading a poem.
Yeah.
And the poem in itself is entitled "Thankful." And actually, this is the first poem that you see in my book entitled "Sincerely Do Up." So it's the very first thing. Um, and it's entitled "Thankful." So I'll read that, and then we'll just share a little bit. Thankful. Here I am, releasing years of the fear of mediocrity, meditating on good things to come, marinating in much needed assurance that I can do this, and counting encouragement at every door, wanting nothing more than inspiration and receiving it. I'm believing and receiving every blessing. Every single lesson led me to this place. I'm finding myself in this space praising God for the gift He gave, thanking Him for not taking it away, thanking Him for every season I've seen, for every dream I was afraid to dream, for every dream I dreamt secretly and subconsciously, thanking Him for every person who has sown into me, earnestly looking for nothing in return but to be proud, to stand proud and to proclaim me and claim me as their own, their daughter, mother, lover, sister, and friend. Again and again, the Most High reveals His plan for me. Sometimes a little, sometimes a lot, sometimes in a word, sometimes in a person who pops up out of nowhere, like they just manifested out of thin air for me. Blows my mind every time I'm called upon to do something great. I'm thankful for the way He paves for me. I'm thankful for every word I write, for every mic and every call. I'm above and beyond thankful for it all. And that is the poem entitled "Thankful" is the very first thing you see when you open a book, because I am truly, truly thankful, and I have gratitude for the gifts that the Lord has given me, that He has allowed to truly make room for me in my life. It is because of these gifts that He gave that I am even with you all here this morning, and to be able to recognize that and to hold on to that. And that is the thing that even in those times when I'm feeling a bit discouraged, or maybe when I'm not feeling as grateful as I should in the moment, those are the things when I think about what He has given me, and the platforms that He has provided for me to be able to share these gifts. Those are the times when I really have to just step back and say, listen, you have all of these beautiful and amazing things and all these wonderful opportunities. And not only did He not have to give them to me, but He could take them away at any time. So just to be grateful that they exist, to be grateful that He allows me to continue to move in the path that He has provided for me, that these gifts that He gave, really the doors that He has opened for me through these gifts to be able to walk through. So I'm really truly thankful for that. Um, I'm When I think about gratitude as a whole, every day I try to remember just to be thankful for the life that I have to live, for the people that are around me, who support me, who push me, who hold me up even when I'm feeling down, in those things. And that I have I often say, um, I'm thankful for peaceful days and restful nights, because I know that not everyone's days are peaceful. And even though every day, all day may not be peaceful moments all of the time, but in general and in the grand scheme of things, when you can just be at peace with what is going on and what is happening, and you're not constantly, in a state of chaos, or living in a state, like a physical state of fear, not knowing where you're going, where your next meal is coming from, or where you're going to lay your head. And there's so many people who don't have that testimony, who are not able to say, I know exactly what I'm going to eat this evening. I know exactly where I'm going to lay my head tonight. I know exactly where I'll be waking up in the morning. So just to be, mindful, those are the things that I have to remind myself, regularly, because sometimes we get in those spaces to where we feel like, oh, woe is me in the moment. But you really just have to step back and be grateful, for what we have. Um, another, I would say, I would call it maybe another affirmation, something that frequently, I have to revisit, for myself, is just having the gratitude, and the thankfulness that I have for the wisdom and the knowledge and the understanding, that it is through the Most High God, is through the Word, is through the example that Jesus gave us to know how to handle these things in this life. He walked the path and really showed us, and it's through his guidance and direction that I know that I am still here today, that I still stand in the spaces that I stand in, that I still share the gifts that I was given. It is through the grace, and the guidance and the direction, because I often have to I remember years ago it was like this fad. It was like, I would call it a fad. It was these bracelets, and the bracelets was had like WWJD, like what would Jesus do, right? And I would think, now why would you wear, what is this? Why are we wearing bracelets? What would Jesus do? But I often have to go back to that that metaphorical bracelet and ask myself in that moment, what would Jesus do? Because that is the only sure thing for me. That's the only sure thing, and the sure guidance and the sure direction is going to lead you into a sure place, is if you consider, what would Jesus do? And it is in that thought process and that thinking that has really, saved me even from myself at times, because there's been times where I wanted to react in this flesh. I wanted to be able to do the things that I wanted to, or respond in the way that I wanted to respond to certain things. And so I really had to just step back and ask myself, like, is this the way? Is this the true way? And it's through that guidance and going back into that word and really allowing it to guide me that, the grace was given for me to continue to walk into the path, that he has for me. So those are like the main affirming things that I often come back to when I'm thinking about gratitude, because as Sister Benny said, gratitude helps you be happy, because then you can focus on those positive things, because you're not focusing on what you don't have or what you didn't get or how it could have been. You're focusing on what you have, what you what was given to you, and how you can build upon that, so that when you face that thing again, or if you come into that situation again, then you can then know how to move forward and move beyond with gratitude. And that's the only way to really be able to receive what it is that is for you. So that's kind of my my spiel of gratitude.
Absolutely. I love, you said a lot of really, really good, had a lot of really good points, a lot of good affirmations. I remember that WWJD. I was probably
Yeah.
not even a teenager,
Right.
but it was a very good thing to affirmation to hold on to when it comes to trying to keep our moral goals intact.
Mm,
We have business goals, financial goals, but it's always good to have a standard of just living, when it comes to having good character and integrity.
mhm.
And as a believer, as a Christian myself, Jesus is that standard for me. So
Yes.
absolutely, what would Jesus do? And I also love, I've noticed it was something also that Nora mentioned, and it was how we were talking about just each lesson. And I think the way Nora put it was the different people we come in contact with, or something on the lines of that. You know,
Mhm.
everything that we come in contact with, every single lesson, it brought us to who we are today.
Yes.
And so we have to learn to even be grateful for those tough times, or those tough people, or those
Mhm.
tough lessons that we had to learn along the way, in our journey. So I absolutely love that. And just, again, I hear this underlying message of being thankful for yourself, your
Mm.
gifts, taking that time to step away and really noticing that I have a lot to be grateful for.
Yeah.
Um, I was one of those people that, of course, is multi-talented, but I just did not appreciate it because, I believe Nora mentioned this, not to compare. I was comparing myself, my gift, if she could sing and I could sing, oh, I'm not that good. Or,
Yeah.
her poetry is amazing. So I just was extremely ungrateful
Mm.
for my gifts. And it's a saying where they say, you have to water your own grass. And because I was so fixated on how terrible I was, I did not pull away and spend time on myself to water my own
Mm.
gifts, my talents, to do some self development. And it begins with being grateful, with just a little bit of gift and talent that you have. So I absolutely love that, being grateful for every gift, because again, the God Almighty didn't have to give it to us, and so I think that is so important when it comes to having a heart of gratitude. So you said a lot of good stuff: peaceful days and restful nights, okay? Because I have not always had those.
Mm.
And we know there will be some good days and some bad days. And the way I like to say it is, just take, when I'm having some good days, I know storms are coming.
Yeah.
Like to just soak up every second, every hair of that good day, of that
Mhm.
sunshine, and really live in the moment. And the way to do that is with gratitude. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much
Thank
for
you.
sharing your gift of your public speaking with us on today. Your poetry. Oh, it was
Thank
so
you.
good. So if you're watching, if you have any questions, feel free to drop those in the comments. Please share this video. This is some good stuff, and people need to hear this. So please share, share, share. So thank you again to all of you that are watching, to all of our guests on the panel. I am so excited about the good things that are going on the Benny Expression Show, the U Conference, November 2022. And I am excited to share with you our next guest on today. So I want you all to help me welcome to the screen Christine. Hello, Christine. Wherever you are watching on today, we spoke earlier, and all of us are all across the globe. So, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, ladies. Can you hear me
Yes, we can hear you very
very,
clear.
very clearly?
Yes.
Perfect, because I was worried about my connection.
No, you are perfectly fine. So
Okay,
I
that's
would like to share just a little bit about Christine on today. Um, let's see. I would love to share just a little bit about Christine on today. Here we go. Y'all have to excuse me. Christine is a transformational life coach. That I love that. That just kind of has a ring to it. And she is a business coach. She's a kingdompreneur, mentor, and author. Christine is passionate about helping women do purposeful work that lights up their souls. She empowers women to step into purpose, maximize potential, and transform their lives and businesses. Christine is also the author of Strength for Tough Times: How to Thrive in the Trying Seasons of Life. Christine has helped Christian entrepreneurs, leaders, and emerging women transform their lives and businesses to make a difference in this world with their God given gifts. Again, let's welcome her. Let's go ahead and celebrate her in the comments.
Hi, ladies.
Here we are, Christine. Awesome. We're so thankful to have you on the U conference today. So thankful for you being available to share your gift with us on today and to share a little bit on gratitude. So tell us, what are you grateful for?
Can you hear me, ladies?
Yes, we hear you.
Can you see me? Because I can't see my face.
Oh, we can see you.
All right, but that's good. In the interest of time, I'll just continue as long as you can hear me. Thank you so much for that warm intro this day of gratitude. And today, I definitely 100% I'm thankful to God for the gift of life. Because if I didn't have that, we'll probably would not be here. And I'm thankful to each one of you, the gifts that God has put in you. We for the U conference as well. You know, there's always something which is just a breath away from us to be thankful to God. And I'm glad that we're celebrating today, and we're talking about gratitude. I'm thankful for where I really have come from. And today, when I was thinking about gratitude, I thought about where I have been in terms of my mindset. So for me, the biggest transformation has been with my mindset, how I think, trying to manage my emotions and feelings every now and then. So I'm thankful for the journey. And that is the one thing that I'll share with you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that. So yes, you are thankful for the journey. And so while on that journey, oftentimes we go through some roadblocks, some obstacles. So talk to us just a little bit about what you use, or what happened. What are some things you're grateful for that helped you break through some obstacles or break through in this past year?
Oh, you can see me. I can now see my face. All right. So,
Good.
it's not only 2022, but basically, it's been a season. I'm a mother of two, and I did share that I think yesterday that, for me, most of it has been into motherhood, growing up, discovering myself, what I can do, getting into entrepreneurship, getting into the online space. All those things have been really challenging, but also a very beautiful journey that has, grown me. I remember when I first came onto social media, I did not show any of my stuff, not even a picture, not anything concerning me, because I was like, those people, right? So, and along the way, I have seen some really amazing things that have happened with me and through me as a mother, in my community, in my church, on the online space. And Benita, we met because of, I think last year is when we got in contact, just because of, opening ourselves to the online space. So look at us here, and I'm meeting more ladies because of Sister Benita.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it has
Awesome.
been that, and it's been some challenges, and most of it really has been. Um, I did have a lot of self sabotage, and some limiting beliefs, and I hope and say you understand that when we talk of mindset. For me, I believe that those are most of the personal things that really hindered me, even motherhood itself. And as much as we think it's obvious you're a mother, but you got to be a cautious mother, right? You got to be able to find yourself, be like, God, this is me. These are the kids that you have given me. Now show me the way. right? And in all those, I've learned to be thankful, and I've cultivated a lifestyle where, I try to remind myself to be thankful for everything. And recently this year, it's been more of the tough times that I've reminded myself that the tough times are there and I have to see the good in them. And that has tremendously helped me this year. This year did not start on a good note, right? And I'll share that with you. I was transitioning from job to full time, entrepreneur, and I had struggled with that for a long time. And that mindset still, I could not see myself not going to a job, so I still kept, even as much as I had a lot to do, God was telling me, this is what you should be doing. This is your gift. Follow I could not stop going to a job. So when the year was beginning, somebody took my job, right? And that was devastating. But it was painful. It took me about a month to get over it. And in that, I kept praying. I kept asking God, what is the next step? And I kept, thinking, where have I been? Where am I going? And the Lord really directed me and said, look at all these opportunities and things that are in front of you that you should pursue. So I started pursuing myself, my gifts, the things that I love to do. And I'm very thankful for the journey, 2022. Really, really thankful.
Very good. Awesome. That's encouraging to me. And I'm sure that's encouraging to a lot of those of us who are watching on today that are, still pursuing some things to kind of push past that fear, push past that, like you said, that mindset of self doubt, worry, whatever it may be. So, yeah, thank you so much for sharing that with us, Christine. That has really helped me, and I'm sure those that are watching as well. So tell us what affirmations or what are some things that you would tell yourself to kind of get through, to get out of that mindset or to push through whatever fears or self-doubt or whatever it was that was blocking you to get you to where you are today.
Yes, so before I share those affirmations briefly, the one thing lesson that I've learned, which I would share with everyone out there, is that gratitude is an emotion, and it's a state of mind. It's a state of being that we should intentionally pursue. It's actually a strategy. It's something that if we understand it and do it intentionally, we're going to see success and we're going to see breakthroughs. Most times we fail because we have not fully understood it. So I don't know if some people may be going through some things right now. Maybe you're in a state of uncertainty, a little bit of stress, some brain fog, and feeling a little stuck where you are. It means that you're going somewhere, but you have to pause and reflect and ask yourself some questions. And those questions are going to lead you to what we call gratitude. All right. So for some of you that feel like, there's some negative experiences that you're going through right now, just know that where you are is just the right place. And gratitude is what actually counters stress and uncertainty. So for our mindsets to or mental state to balance, we have to step into it. So we must shift our focus intentionally to what we are thankful for and where we have been, so as to see where we're going. And that is my prayer for everyone here, because we all go through things. And I was thinking about how you think about our digestive system, and like what you put in, it goes in and it goes down, right? And likewise, our minds, there's so much that is going on, so many distractions, so much information that's out there. But if we flood our minds with worry and envy, resentment, self-criticism, that's what feeds our mind. And the only way to get out of there is to pause, reflect, and appreciate where you have been, what worked before. What are you grateful for? What are some of the people that have helped you along the way? In that way, we build this mind so we can go forward. And my affirmations, obviously, there's so many things to talk about every day, but mine are really based on who I am, because that's the one thing that really helped me, get past the limitations, and whether in life or business. And these, when I discovered who I am, my identity, so I base my affirmations on that, right? That and I mean it when I say I'm a daughter of God, I'm a child of God, that He is my heavenly Father. So I speak that to myself every time, and I teach my daughter the same way. And then the other one is based on Genesis 1:28, where He created us in His image and likeness, put on this earth to be fruitful, to be abundant. So I always speak that I'm fruitful, I'm abundant, I multiply, I'm made for dominion, I am made for more, right? And then the other one, these are ones that I go to most of the time. And the other one is based on Christ, being Christ Jesus, being the finisher, being the model. So I always tell myself I have the mind of Christ, because who doesn't want that mind? It's the mind of a finisher. It's a mind of, someone who fulfills purpose. It's a mind of someone who is resilient, compassionate, loving, because all those things we need to be able to balance mind, body, and spirit in life and business. So those three affirmations.
Absolutely. I love that. I have the mind of Christ. You said a lot of good affirmations. I'm gonna have to go back and listen and write some of those down. I mean, it was just really rich and just some good things, some positive self-thought that, we all need to remind ourselves. I am a child of God. And I just absolutely love that you say he is a finisher. And because he is a finisher, I'm a finisher. And I'm going to
That's
finish
right.
strong this year, right? I'm going to finish what I started.
That's
And
right.
one thing I like to, encourage individuals with is just that knowing that even though you may have set a goal and you may not have reached that goal, or you might have said, I want to lose, I'm going to lose this amount of weight by the end of the year. But whether I lose it or not this year, I'm still going to finish, right? It's not about putting a limit on ourselves. Even though we have to have those goals, those times, within the time that we want to do it, but just finish, whether that's December, January. You don't have to be discouraged. Continue to have an attitude of gratitude. I'm thankful that I made it this far, and because he is a finisher, I am a finisher too. So that is going to be my takeaway. I love that. He is a finisher. And I just, want to just encourage someone today that you are a finisher too. You are going to finish that project. You're going to finish in your weight loss journey and getting healthier. Whatever your goals are, I love that. I just want somebody drop that in the comments if you're watching. And if you believe that you are a finisher, write in the comments, I am a finisher. And I just want to challenge all of you watching as well to declare that over your life, as you are finishing some things throughout the end of the year, as you are, finishing the year, or even, like I say, if it flows over into the new year, I'm going to finish this. I love that. I mean, we could just really chew on that for a good while. So thanks again to those of you who are watching. Thank you, Christine. Did you have any other final comments that you'd like to share before we move to our next speaker?
I just wanted to say thank you, ladies, because you're lighting up it's November, the year is coming to an end. This is such a beautiful time to share about gratitude, because like you mentioned, the year is coming to an end. We must finish strong, and it's a mindset thing. We got to think about it. We got to believe it. No matter what has not worked yet, there's so much to be thankful for. So I just want to say thank you to all ladies, for you ladies, for coming on and just sharing your thoughts and your gifts. That's it. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you again, Christine, for sharing your gift. You are a gift, and thank you for sharing with us on today. Thank you again to our viewers who are watching. Again, share this video. I mean, I am just getting so full over here, eating off of a lot of the good stuff that the women and our speakers are sharing on today. We don't want to be selfish. We want to help somebody. Send it in their messenger. Share it on your page. Let's get the word out. Let's spread this attitude of gratitude and uplift some spirits. all across the world today. So thank you again, Christine. And I am so excited to share with you our next speaker on today. You are in for a treat. I want to bring to the stage, and I want you all to help me bring to the screen Rayleigh. And I hope I'm saying
It's
how are
actually Riley, but everyone calls me Rayleigh. It's okay.
Riley.
Yes,
Thank you so
Riley.
much for clarifying. Okay. And thank you for being here. Thank you for being so willing to share your gift with us on today. So I would like to share a little bit about Riley. She is a relationship coach, and again, I'm so thankful for you coming to share your gift with us today at the U Conference on the Benny Expression Show. So Riley is an expert love educator and relationship coach who empowers others to create lives they love by teaching them relationship intelligence. She is also a course creator, magazine editor, podcaster, and industry leader. Riley prefers to provide the world with tools and techniques to thrive. She's best known for her signature program, The Power Couple PhD, which teaches couples her scientifically backed formula for creating happy and healthy relationships. So again, let's celebrate Riley. We celebrate you on today, and we're so
Thank
thankful
you.
that you're here. Would you like to share a little bit more about who you are, about your programs or services or anything of that nature?
Absolutely. So, first of all, thank you so much for bringing me here. And this is such an amazing, amazing gift for me as well to hear all of you ladies and to be a part of such a beautiful um, collaboration. So, thank you. So I'm a love educator and relationship coach. I guide couples to create thriving relationships by teaching them a formula for success. We've sort of gotten into the ideas that relationships are difficult, that they're hard. You know, we hear all the time marriage is hard and you just have to muster through it. But actually, relationships are quite simple. It's humans that sort of make it difficult. And a lot of the times we're suffering because we simply don't have the formula for success. Our society doesn't set us up for success, but rather for failure. We don't learn a lot of how to love ourselves or how to love other people from our parents, from school, from the movies, from the TV. So we're sort of lost when we're trying to seek exactly how to respond to life, how to respond to people, how to respond to our emotions. And so a lot of us are suffering because that education doesn't exist. So that's where I come in to teach people exactly what it is that they have to know in order to have beautiful relationships with themselves and with everyone else around them.
Awesome. Thank you for you know, allowing that to be, I guess, sort of your life purpose. I mean, we all need to be educated, and in order to do that, we need educators. So hats off to you for taking the time to learn those tools and to share it with the world. So
Thank
tell us today, what are some things that you're grateful for, Riley?
Yes. So I've heard what the other ladies are grateful for. And of course, I have to agree. I'm grateful for all those things as well. I would say that I'm also grateful for my journey through my trauma. That is something that I took many years to learn how to be grateful for. In the past, I used to tell my story as a way to excuse, the sort of experiences that I was having. I was abandoned by my father. I was abused and neglected by my mother and my stepfather. And I used to see that as such a horrific experience and think, why me? Why is this happening to me? I'm just a child, I'm just a young girl. Why is this happening? This is so tragic. But as I grew up and I started to see the opportunities that those circumstances brought me, I was able to see the light through the trauma that I went through. And I can tell you that today, at 34 years old, I am so grateful for the woman that I've become despite the things that I've gone through. And so for me, being able to share my story and share my experience with other people, it feeds into that gratitude because I'm so grateful that my experience helps other people go through their experiences. Being able to connect with people, being able to show a lot of empathy for myself, for my parents, and for, everyone that I come in contact with, and really connect with people on the level of empathy and compassion and understanding, we all have a story to tell. And sometimes mine can be a little bit sadder than some other people's, some are sadder than mine. But at the end of the day, I'm so grateful that I was able to take such a tragic situation and turn it into something so beautiful. So I'm really, really grateful for that.
Thank you for sharing your story with us. I think that it's just such a powerful thing, how you can, you know, it sounds like some healing took place in the relationship with your mother, and how you can have like that empathy for her, because unforgiveness, bitterness, those are the things that are enemies to gratitude. And so I can hear your healing that has taken place in that journey. And so thank you for sharing that. I pray that if someone is watching that is struggling with some trauma or some unforgiveness, that as they see you and you share your story, that they gain some hope. So thanks again for sharing that, and for being here today. So tell us about some affirmations, or some things that you've spoken over yourself, some things that kind of helped you through the trauma, helped you through this year, just some affirmations of gratitude, some things that kind of helped you get going and stay grateful.
Absolutely. So I work with something called relationship intelligence. And in relationship intelligence, we have self awareness and self management. Those are the first two pillars. When I had moments throughout the year where I felt either frustrated or overwhelmed or disappointed or sad, any of these emotions that we say are, we categorize them as negative emotions, I would use this self awareness by identifying, okay, this is how I'm feeling in this moment. I feel frustrated. I feel angry. I feel disappointed. And then being able to manage those emotions in a way that was going to benefit me. So just because I'm frustrated, it doesn't mean I have to smoke a pack of cigarettes or I have to yell at someone or throw something. I can use self management and say, you know what, this is happening to me, but I get to choose how I respond. I don't have control over how other people act or, what's going on in the world, but I do have control over how I respond to those things. So for me, my affirmation is kind of reminding myself that I have the ability to choose my reaction. I have the ability to analyze situations and give it my own meaning. I have the ability to create my life based on how I identify and react to the emotions that are going on inside of me.
Absolutely. I think that's so important to know that you have that power. So many of us, and I've experienced that myself, oftentimes have those buttons that when they're pushed, we just react. And I think it's important to declare that, or to remind ourselves that I do have that ability, and to really absorb that, and to know that, and to believe that, so that we can walk in that and have those, what I like to call those pauses, where I can kind of reflect and say, well, hey, I'm not going to respond like that, or I see what's happening here. I'm not going to be ugly, or I'm not going to cry, or whatever it is, that reaction that we usually give. But taking that moment to reflect and knowing that I have the ability to do that. I don't have to react. Okay. I can
Absolutely.
respond the way that I choose to. So I love that. You're absolutely right. And so feel free to share with us any breakthroughs through the year that you're grateful for, any obstacles that you've overcome through the year, or just any other obstacles in your past that you'd like to share with us on today.
Yeah, so one of the obstacles I think is really big for me to share is that I came to a point in my life. I left home when I was 16 years old because I was living in this very toxic and abusive household. So I've been independent for a very long time. When I decided to leave home, I was very book smart and I became street smart, but there was a type of intelligence that I was actually missing. So on the outside, I had it all. I had the house and the car, and I was going to school and I was studying 2 degrees. And on the outside, it looked like I was this vibrant, woman who was getting it all together. But deep down inside, I was completely miserable. And I didn't understand what was that thing that was missing. And that was the relationship intelligence. It was the relationship that I had with myself and the relationship that I had with other people. And I started to realize that the quality of our life is truly dependent on the quality of our relationships. That the house and the car and the boyfriend and, you know, the stuff is all great to experience, but it doesn't actually bring us happiness. The thing that brings us happiness are those positive emotions that we have when we have good relationships. So I actually learned how to have a good relationship with myself, which I think was the most difficult thing that I could do. Again, I was extremely good at accounting and finance, but actually asking myself, how am I feeling? Or, you know, what are the things that I want to work on myself? That was a really difficult question for me to ask. So once I started to understand the necessity of having that positive relationship, that was a huge breakthrough to me, because I realized my life isn't going to get better because I make more money or I have a bigger house, but it is going to get better if I learn how to have a beautiful relationship with myself and create beautiful relationships with other people. Um, there was a point in my life where I wanted to actually take my own life. I decided that that was what I was going to do. And I went to a hotel room. I had everything set up. And the question that I asked myself in that moment was, do I actually want to die, or do I want the suffering to end? For me, that was the biggest breakthrough moment that I've ever had in my life, because I realized that living a life of suffering and not wanting to be on this planet were two different things. That I could change my life by teaching myself the things that I hadn't learned. I could change my life by creating that beautiful relationship with myself, by creating relationships with other people and taking life into my own hands. I realized that my past didn't equal my future. And the biggest thing that I realized was that just because I hadn't been loved by my parents didn't mean I was unlovable.
Absolutely. Yes, I'm so thankful and so grateful that you were able to separate your struggle from your existence, right?
Mm.
That, you know, you existing was not the problem. It was the issues that you were going through. And I'm so thankful that you were able to separate that, because so many do not. And I just love that. I've never heard it like that before, but absolutely, and you were able to tackle and to deal with the struggle and to overcome. That is such a beautiful story. And I know that it's helping so many that are watching. Thank you so much for sharing that with us on today. That is, I mean, hats off to you. It's hard to pull yourself out of some pits in life, and I could only imagine. So again, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing. Are there any other thoughts you'd like to share on gratitude on today?
Yes, I would say that gratitude is about abundance and fear is about scarcity and lack. And so we can't really have two at the same time. So the more that we invest in gratitude, the more that we practice gratitude, the more that the fear and the uncertainty will slip away. I had so much struggle with anxiety and depression because of where I came from. And for me, practicing gratitude got me out of those situations, because I realized if I'm really wholeheartedly showing gratitude and feeling gratitude on every level of my body, I can't be fearful at the same time. I can't be anxious at the same time, that there's not space for both. So the more that I practice gratitude on a daily basis, and I started to even put it in my meditation practice, I saw the scarcity slip away, and I saw the anxiety slip away, and I saw the depression, slowly start to dwindle. So I think gratitude is more than just an idea, but it's a daily practice that we should be doing in order to really focus on what is important. And the more that we focus on those important things, the more that those important things will grow.
Absolutely. I think that's something that we've all shared today, how important gratitude is. It's not just an emotion, it's a strategy, right? It's a tool. I like to say it's a weapon against the anxiety. It's a weapon against the depression. It's a weapon against the fear. If we focus on positive thought, right? The things that we're grateful for, focus on the gratitude, it will be magnified, it will increase. And that fear, that depression, that loneliness, whatever it is, it will diminish, right? It will decrease. So thank you. And I concur. I completely agree. It's a tool, it's a weapon that I've had to use. It's helped me overcome depression. It's helped me overcome anxiety. And so thank you again for just really driving that point home for us today and for sharing your story. Those of you who are watching, if you have any questions for her, please drop them in the comments. I'm sure she will be glad to answer. And be sure to follow all of our guests on the platform on all their social media platforms. Thank you again for being here with us on today and sharing with us. So thanks again, all of you that are watching. Please share this video. Please like, comment, share. So many people need to hear this, especially in the season where we're about to. I know over here in the States, we're about to celebrate Christmas, and we just came out of Thanksgiving, and during the holidays, a lot of depression, loneliness sets in. So this topic was a godsend. It's right on time. Thank you, Benita, for being led to have this topic, and it has been so uplifting for me. So I know it's being so uplifting for so many that are watching. So thanks again for putting this conference on. Thanks again to all of our speakers. I celebrate you, ladies. Hats off to all of you. Hats off to those of you that are watching, that hung in there with us on today. I know that you've been empowered. I know that you've been uplifted. Again, share, share, share. And so I just want to speak to all of our panelists today. If there are any other final comments that you would like to share, any thoughts, any words that you would like to just put out there for our viewers or for our panelists to hear on at this time. So I'm going to invite any of our speakers to share on today. Any final comments?
I have a final comment to share, and something that I'm truly grateful for is so next weekend on December 3rd, I'll be celebrating my 50th birthday. And it is just, it's kind of surreal, to be able to celebrate such a milestone. And to even be at this point, we when we're younger, we think, oh, 50 is just, oh wow, he's 50, that's old, but then you realize there's so much life and there's so much to be thankful for to reach this point. And I'm so thankful to God to even be here in this day, in this space, about to celebrate 50 years of life. So I'm very
Ooh,
appreciative of that.
hey,
We
happy
celebrate
birthday.
you. We celebrate you. Happy
Thank you.
birthday.
Thank you.
That is definitely a blessing. So you've got a
Yes.
lot to be grateful
A
for.
lot.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes, and my one more thing, my daughter, my 26-year-old daughter, she will in December also as well. She will receive her master's degree in health
Mm.
administration. So God is blessing us, and
Ooh.
tremendously, and to be able to witness that, for my child, to see her move into the path that He really has for her is just truly amazing. So thank God for that.
Absolutely. That is such a joy to
Yeah.
see your babies. And I know she's an adult, but I hear
Yes,
they always remain our babies.
absolutely.
They're just an extension of ourselves.
Yeah.
So celebrate her as we celebrate you
Yes. Thank you.
today. So to our other speakers, is there anything that you'd like, any final comments or thoughts that you'd like to share before we end our show on today?
Yes, maybe from me, all the way from Malaysia. All right, so I just would like to share with everyone to be grateful for the people that comes to us, and amazingly reaching to the year end, I've been, I don't know, vibrating the vibes. So I'm getting connections with new people with positive vibes, including you ladies, and I really appreciate it, and I really grateful for that. So I will keep on slay in my own lane. Yes. Right. Yeah. Thank you.
Very good. Very good. I'll never forget that. I slay in my lane. Very good.
Yes.
Any other final comments today? All right. So oh, I'm going to invite Miss Benita, who is the host of the show, to share any final comments with us today before we go.
Okay, so
Uh oh.
thank you so much, everyone. I'm really grateful. Thank you so much for this opportunity to have you all come together to share from your well of knowledge and to share your stories with us. You see, we learn from each other and we grow from there. It's been amazing meeting all of you from different parts of the world. And the most amazing thing is having you all come together to share your stories and
Mhm.
teachers from your well of knowledge. I really celebrate you all, and I pray that God would keep giving you the heart of gratitude so that no matter where you find yourself, you will always be happy and you always slay in your lane. So thank you so much to our amazing moderator. God bless you. I really appreciate what you're doing. Thank you so much. I am grateful. God bless you for showing up for the Benny expression and doing what you know how to do best. And thank you also, Riley. Thank you so much for saying yes to come and share that amazing story with us. Thank you so much for taking your ground and becoming who you are today that we're able to reach out to and draw knowledge from. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you so much. You have been an amazing friend over the years. Thank you so much for being right there. And Nora, thank you for coming. All I just want to say that thank you is not good enough. But I am grateful to you all for agreeing to show up on Deep Any Expression and Kimberly for always saying yes whenever I reach out to her to come share on that platform. I love what you all do. I love what you all are into. I'm inspired by you all. I'm blessed by you all. And my prayer is that God will keep blessing you. God will keep opening doors and connecting you with the people that need the messages and the stories that you are sharing freely. And in due time, God's going to lift you and put you in that field of abundance that you have nothing to worry about. So, ladies, thank you. And you out there, thank you for joining us live. Thank you for all the amazing comments. They're so amazing. Thank you so much. I love all of you for showing us for us, for dropping all your comments. Ellie, thank you. Ellie Mihad, thank you so much. Thank you. Ali, Aslida, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Global speaker, thank you so much. Abara, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate everyone. And those of you that be watching the replay, remember that I celebrate you. Remember that I see the best in you. That's why I show up. Remember that I'm encouraged by your comments and all your likes. Remember that God is backing you every step of the way. And remember that, yes, you can slay in your land, like Nora say. You it can become the abundance joy to yourself. And yes, you are possible. Thank you so much for joining the UConn Friends November edition. And yes, we'll be having the last edition next month. Please do well to stay tuned. So once the date is fixed, you too can join us. Thank you so much, everyone, for all that you do for the Benny Expression and the Benny Expression Show. God bless you.
All right. Again, thank you to our speakers, to those that are watching. Uh, the speakers, you all were so wonderful today. So empowering, so
Amazing,
inspiring
amazing.
to
Woo!
myself.
Thank you.
I
Thanks for having me.
celebrate all of you ladies. I mean, I'm so inspiring. I can't, I'm a writer and I can't even find the words.
Yes,
Really and truly, thank you for pouring out of your substance, of your experiences. You know, again, don't take for granted even this moment that you've changed
yeah,
lives and you've really impacted the world, right? This we can't take for granted the platforms, like Duop said, or the things, like the gifts that God has given us, the opportunities. And I say to you all, thank you, really and truly. It has been such an amazing experience for me today. So thank you all again to our viewers. We've reached the end of the show. Don't cry, because
Yeah,
we've got one more
Christy,
show in December
Christy
coming
stepped out.
up. So
Christy stepped out.
if you like what you
Yeah,
heard
she said
today,
she's right.
then come back in December and for
Woo.
another live show of the U Conference on the Benny Expression Show. Thank you for all of you that came to tune in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And until next time, we'll see
Okay.
you
Thank
then.
you. Thank you.
Thank
And thank
you.
you,
Thank
Bye.
Christy.
you.
Yeah,
Thank
I forgot to
Thank
mention
you.
Christy. Christine, thank
Thank you,
you.
everyone.
Bye,
Yes,
She
thank
left.
everyone.
you.
Okay. All
Bye.
right. I celebrate you all.